Books as sculptures. Young contemporary artists are rediscovering the book as an art object. London-based art historian Christine Antaya has been researching the relatively new art form for the past 3 years. She's now written a book about it. It profiles the work of some 50 contemporary book artists from different countries.
I think it is an emerging field in terms of young artists being interested in using books as materials and also sort of creating and making their own books. Books are very sort of powerful as symbols, and I think there is a newfound interest in book art, definitely.
A book installation in an empty church near the city of Newcastle. British artist Yvette Hawkins came to book art through writing. Instead of writing, she now folds books to make art. She's already exhibited her installations several times in Britain and now receives invitations from galleries all over Europe.
I guess with the installations, there's this wow factor when you walk into a space that you don't know that they're books and you want to investigate further. And I think working repetitively with so many books, I think we've folded 1,200 books altogether across the installations. And then when they inspect the installations, they know that they're books, and they find out that they're books, and they try to unfold them and open them.
Most of the books Hawkins uses are donated by libraries or local residents. A lot of her work is inspired by the Japanese art of paper folding, or origami. She employs simple, traditional techniques. Reactions to her work are varied.
I have been round to friends' houses where they've sort of told me to get away from the bookshelves, which is fine. But I also have books. I have a whole shelf of books that I would never fold, like childhood books that I would never even touch, that are sacred to me. So I think people are quite shocked, but I think equally people are really enchanted by the whole idea.
This is the London studio of artist Jonathan Callan. He sells boxes full of books at local flea markets. But for the past 20 years, the British artist has also been turning books into art. His sculptures can be seen in galleries in the US and Europe. He's now able to earn a living as an artist.
I'm very interested in all sorts of things that are inside books in terms of the conventional content. But I'm also very, very interested in a book as a material, as a book as almost clay or stone.
A service station made of books by Dutch artist Job Kollewijn. And this installation is by Spanish artists Ignacio Rábago and Alicia Martín. More and more examples of book art can be found in galleries and public spaces around the world. The development of digital media has done nothing to dull the public's fascination with books.
I think it definitely has to do with that, like ebooks, but also returning to the craft of bookbinding and the sort of physicality of books is still very important. I think it's a moment of transition more than sort of the death of the book.